Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. It's going to be a review and swatch video of my customizable Buxom palette. Now I got this palette about 2 weeks ago at Sephora, and these shadows are all exclusive to Sephora. When this palette cost me $40, but you get to choose from 6 shadows and it comes with a case. Each shadow alone is $12 a piece. But if you get 6 of them together to make a palette, it costs you $40, which that's a pretty good savings considering each shadow is $12 a piece. When you get a palette, it comes empty and the thingy slides out. Like so. Now, the colors that I got, let me pop all these out. Alright, the first shade I got is called Silk Sheets, and it's like I got the shade for a brow bone highlight and inner corner. I actually used this palette to film a tutorial that I did right before this, so you'll be seeing it soon. Let's see a swatch. These shadows are super smooth. There is the first swatch. Not sure if it's picking up on camera that well, but it's a perfect brow bone highlight. It sort of reminds me of Urban Decay's in the Naked 2 palette, Booty Call, but I swatched them right next to each other, and this Silk Sheets is a little bit more lighter and not as opaque as Booty Call. Next shade I got is called Mink Magnet. This shade has been sold out on Sephora online for a while, but I happened to grab the last one in my Sephora's. It's a really pretty, like, gold bronzy color. There's a swatch of it right next to Silk Sheets. See if you can see it well. I like to use this one all over the lid. I kind of based my palette off of what I could use as an everyday kind of palette. So I have basically everything in here, from brow bone highlight to all over the lid color to a crease color. And then, as you'll see, there's also pops of color. The next shade I got is called Spoiled Sexy. It's a really pretty, like, mauvey brown shade, and it's matte. Here's a swatch of it. I got the shade because a YouTuber I watch called Fancy That with Candace, she put this shade in her palette and she recommended it a lot, so I thought it'd be really pretty going into fall because it's kind of like a more mauvey color. The only thing I could have to say about the matte ones is that they kick up a lot. Like the shimmer kind of satiny ones, they don't have a lot of kick up, but then the second I put my brush into a matte one, let me show you. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you see all the powder that comes up, and look how much is on the brush. You can see. The next shade I got is called Haute Couture, and it's like a dark brown satiny shade, and it has a little more like goldish undertone, I'd say. Let's swatch this one. Now when I put this one on my eyes, it doesn't show up extremely well, so I have to put like a brown, like a matte brown underneath it, which is what I did in this look. This isn't the best quality shadow. I mean, you can build it up a lot, like what I'm doing. That is what it is, all built up. And then I'll just do one swatch right next to it. Oh, that one's not that bad. Oh, that was a terrible swatch. It's not like terrible quality, but it could be better. The next shade I got was also a recommendation from Fancy That with Candace, and this one is called Wild Nights. This one is the main star of this look I did, and it's a really like pretty plummy kind of raspberry pinky shade, and it's really shimmery. Look at that. Do a good swatch. That is just one swipe. Look at that. It's this one right here. This one picks up a lot. This is probably I lied. This is my second favorite. don't know, I like all of these shades like, so much. I'm definitely going to be making another palette in the future because these shadows are really good. And now, my favorite shade of the shadow. My favorite shadow in my whole entire palette is this next one. This one is called Lavish. And it's a really pretty like duochrome lavender blue shade. I just filmed the tutorial using this and another shade yesterday, so that video is already up. This shade is so cool. It's like, that was a terrible swatch. One sec. That is just one swipe. Look how pretty that is. Like, the way the light catches it, it'll look lavender. And then a different light, it might look blue. Maybe even pink. It's so pretty. It reminds me of the Urban Decay shadow called Tonic. T-O-N-I-C. I don't know how to say it. But, like, that shade was in my basket. And then I went to look at the Buxom shades because I knew I was going to make a palette that day. And I swatched this shade right next to the swatch on my arm of Tonic. And it looked identical, if not better. So I just put this one in my palette. Then you literally just like pop them in. Oh, and my nail doesn't go through it. All of the names are on the back. I feel like my camera's not picking that up. I will leave all the names in the description below. They just literally just pop in and then you push them out or... no. It's okay. You'll pop them out like that, but hopefully they don't fall all over and crack. Because I would probably cry. And then, like I said, they just slide right in. And that's your palette. Now, like I said, this is a really good deal. I love these shadows. The only one I don't particularly care for is the Haute Couture one. Just because it doesn't, like, it takes a lot to build it up. I mean, it's a really, really pretty color. It's like a satiny, chocolatey brown. And I'll post a picture of all the swatches at the end so you can, like, look at them and see if there's something that you would like. I mean, like I said, I would recommend them to anybody, especially somebody who's, like, I don't know, you can customize your own palette. Like, what company lets you do that other than, like, if you buy from, like, MAC or Makeup Geek or something where they sell, like, single shadows? It doesn't come with a cool little case like this one does. That completes this video. I hope you liked this review, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, just give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and remember to subscribe.